everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Mary. I thought, just because I discovered that there was such thing as the dark web last week. Yeah, that's right. I'm 26 years old and I didn't know that there was such a thing as the dark web. So yeah, I downloaded Tor and I heard that you shouldn't go on the dark web without a VPN. So I have a VPN as well that I'm going to be using today. And mainly what I'm going to be doing is surfing through, I think there's a website called Hidden Answers. And there's also a social media website and there's chat rooms as well. So that's what I'm going to be doing because I don't really want to dive into the scary parts of the dark web. And I'm really crossing my fingers that I don't accidentally click on something because I will be forever scarred. And I know that as a fact. So yeah, I have my firewall on and I have 911 on speed dial just in case anything bad happens. Just kidding, I'm from Australia, so it's 000 over here. Also, I just want to say, I guess if it wasn't obvious, this is for educational purposes only. Okay, so maybe I should explain for some people who don't know. The normal web is what we always go on, so we can see Google, we can see Facebook, we can see everything else that we would ever really need to go on for the normal internet. The deep web is everything that's encrypted. So when we're putting in a password or any bank details that we need to put through, that is the deep web because nobody else can access that. And then the dark web is where you need Tor, which stands for the Onion Router. I almost forgot. And it works on a special network which goes through a number of different VPNs until it reaches your computer and your computer is then encrypted. I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready, but I'm not sure. Here we go. Let's do it. Something to note about Tor is that it is slower than any other web browser. That's because it has a lot of work to do and some people don't mind that because of what they're doing. Hello, I'm from Sydney, 26, female. Who may I be speaking with? My first week on tour. Ah, you are very young, mister. Haha, I just discovered the dark web last week. You can never really tell who's behind the other line. He might not even be 16. He might not be from Finland. You don't know. Okay, I have been here 4 years. 4 years? 4 years? So you were 12? Wow. How did you find out about it? I'm good. I'm just bored. In quarantine. This is a bit weird. I'm talking to a 16-year-old and he's been on the deep dark web for 4 years since he was 12. I kind of find that hard to believe because, well, I mean, if he had older siblings, I guess, or dodgy friends. Well, what do you do on tour? I know of Galaxy and Hidden Answers. I doubt he'll tell me, but I'm just giving it a go. Oh, I don't even know where he is. Is he still there? I heard it is. I am currently on Galaxy. What's your name? What's your name? I am Mary. But this place is very bad. You're like 10 years younger than me, dude. Okay. I'm on Galaxy now. I actually made an account, so maybe I'll have to blur that. My Apple Watch is telling me to breathe. It knows I'm stressed. Okay. I want to know about WikiLeaks. I don't really know what to do here. Well, I like GALAXY3. It says no images of children, including 3D or cartoon. Otherwise you will be banned. No public commercial trade. No porn. Images and avatars are considered public content. Okay, that's why nobody has an avatar. Do not solicit members into committing a crime. This seems like a good and kosher social media website for the dark web, so that's great. Good on these guys that have created something for people who just don't want to be tracked by all of these marketing companies for their pretty sensitive data. What's your snap? I'll add you. Am I gonna make a friend on the dark web? Let's see what Tommy says. Okay, I will add you. So I made a friend on the dark web. 16-year-old Finnish guy, just added on Snapchat. I feel kind of weird, but hopefully it's fine. Okay, I'm not gonna chat with strangers anymore. I'm gonna go on GALAXY3. I think you need friends on GALAXY3, so I might put that on the back burner for now and go into hidden answers, which is like, it's like Quora or maybe Yahoo Answers, if anyone remembers Yahoo Answers from back in the day. Wow, they run ads on this website, which is cool. So let's see the categories. Hidden categories: technology, science and maths, security and privacy, crypto, anarchy, and I'm in love with my biological dad. Okay, I've kind of got to read this one. Okay, this one is about rape, which I'm gonna put a trigger warning here right now. Trigger warning, this next post is gonna be about sexual abuse, rape, non-con. I don't know what non-con is. I'm a 19-year-old girl who has had a fantasy for a while, not just like a fantasy, but I've wanted to experience the feeling of powerlessness and fear. I realize obviously that this isn't normal at all, but at this point it's developed beyond something I want and into an obsession. It makes me feel sick because obviously there are people who are suffering from the trauma of it, and here I am genuinely wanting it to happen. Anyway, at some point in March I said, and I figured I could just put myself in a vulnerable position and pray, Jesus, and pray someone takes advantage. The thing is, I live in the most peaceful place ever. Nothing remotely bad has happened here since 2011. You should count your lucky stars. The plan is to go to the nearest major city, but at this point I feel like I'm genuinely crazy and I'm putting myself at risk. Of course you're putting yourself at risk. Oh my gosh, I don't want to read the answers to this. Wow, it is, some people are sick. Love with my biological dad. Okay, I've always been a daddy's girl. I've always been very attached to him and had a normal dad-daughter relationship, but when I was 9, I realized that I was starting to like him in a different way. At first I thought it was just a phase and started to focus on other people, but it always came back to me being obsessed with him. I'm 15 now, 15? Oh my goodness, why are these young people on the dark web? And I'm still in love with him. I tried to end our relationship, but he's the person I love the most, so I can't do that. I'm scared to confess to him because it might end and change. Okay, so I'm gonna end your relationship with your dad because he's your dad. It's impossible to change that fact. But now it hurts to be around him like a daughter because I've become very distant from him. Is this just a phase and should I tell him? No, you shouldn't tell him. You should go and seek psychological help. I think a lot of people on this website need that, which is, I guess, why they turn to a completely encrypted way of browsing the net. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe because I'm making a lot more regular content, and I would love to see you on my channel very soon. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below, what age were you when you discovered Tor? Because I was a grown-up, an adult, and I discovered Tor last week. I would love to know, and I have made a Patreon account. I'm going to be uploading BTS blooper footage onto my Patreon account for people who are premium members of my Patreon account, and I'm also going to be uploading all of my blocked YouTube reactions because you guys know how much YouTube loves to block my reactions, so that is where all of that is going to be living now. So yeah, thank you so much for watching once again, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!